What is up, people? This is WWE Breakdowns, and I'm coming at you with Mr. Filthy and Ryan, and we are breaking down. I don't know what city we're in today, actually, but we are breaking down the March 2nd, 2026 edition of Raw. I'm not sure
I
where we're
believe
coming
we're
from.
in. I believe we're in Indianapolis,
I didn't catch it this time. Most likely, probably right though. Where's Indianapolis?
Indiana.
Got you. Yeah, we
But
in the Indianas.
I mean, we could be totally wrong, but I don't know.
I'm not a geographical genius. I review wrestling for a living. As like, what do you want from me?
I'm surprised we got it right the last couple weeks we did.
I've been trying to pay attention, but I'm a little bit behind this one. I was like in the midst of watching as well as talking to other people, so like it didn't work out fully. So I missed some notes, but I got a good amount of notes.
Okay. So Raw kicks off with the Vision, of course, because Paul Heyman and everybody is all butthurt about Seth Rollins returning at Elimination Chamber. If you missed the pod, it is on the channel. Watch it. Then Heyman says next time Seth Rollins is in the ring, they're gonna stomp his ass out.
Mm,
And when I heard this first, I was like, "Hey, Heyman, Theory's not the masked man anymore. The only person that's gonna be stopping anybody is the guy that doesn't stop."
right.
Like, and then Pierce comes out, and you know what? Thank God, because you would never see this shit on SmackDown. He would just let them hijack the show, and that would just be the end of it. Pierce says, "You ain't holding my show hostage," and then he accuses them of attacking Jay. I don't know who attacked Jay. I don't see why the Vision would have done it. Well, I mean, I kind of do because, but who would have known that Nick Aldis was just gonna give away a random spot?
Right.
And you know what? How is it Nick Aldis' decision when the person that got injured was a Raw superstar? I'm just saying that's just a little confusing to me.
Because accountability is not their strong suit.
I mean, I know the whole brand split. Everybody's like, "Ha ha ha!" It's not serious, but like, it kind of is. Like, it is. You know, it's not like it was where they would just show up on random shows. They've actually been trying to respect like the brand split. Like you'll see it more when we get into the interview that Rhea Ripley did, but we'll get to that later. Um,
Paul
Heyman
says
says
that
they have.
he hates fucking Rollins, and he hates this, and he hates that, and he hates that he took credit for founding the fucking Vision, and he hates that he took credit for founding the Shield, and he hates and hates and hates, and everybody falls down. Oh, what?
And then he adds to that they had nothing to do with Jay, but they won't be responsible for what they do to Seth Rollins. I didn't see Braun Breaker or Bronson Reed in the ring. I don't think Seth Rollins is scared of the other two. I really don't.
Yeah, it's two mid-carders. Like, Logan is at least close to peak level stuff or whatever, just in terms of athleticism, but Austin, I don't know.
Before Theory like came back with like, I mean, he's still kind of boring to me, but he was so boring before. Like, I would watch his matches and I just couldn't wait for it to end. Like, I was not entertained by him.
What's his name? Waller fucking carried the shit out of him, and he's carrying New Day too a little bit. I mean, I shouldn't say that. Kofi is pretty funny, and so is Xavier, but like, it's more funny watching them bully their manservant.
Oh, yeah, yeah. He's just what they call him before the big G. He's just kind of there.
Yeah, just like fucking Theory.
Yeah, Theory's just there because they needed somebody, and he was the closest.
Good timing, I guess, because everybody's getting fucking injured.
It's true.
And
Uh,
then after complaining, he calls out. I believe he calls out Logan or Seth Rollins directly, right?
yeah, and then Pierce is already out there telling them you're not hijacking the show, and he says that Rollins isn't here because he's not medically cleared.
Tell that to him kicking their ass yesterday.
He looked pretty good to me. There was no sling or anything. He looked fine.
Right. And if he's so unmedically cleared, as I say, like, why would they even let him in the building? They know this man enters the building. It's not like they can't see him coming.
Exactly. And this is the part of the pro. I mean, I'm probably in the whole show actually, where things get a little wonky. So we see a masked man appear from the side, like where the timekeeper is,
Yeah, we saw
and
more than one even.
yeah, he gets chased off by security. Then we see the one on the other side, and he gets chased off by Logan Paul. And then there's one on the same side as the timekeeper's area, but like in the front, and he gets chased off by Theory. And it's just Paul Heyman alone in the ring, who's just looking around, confused.
And
I'm
then
confused.
we get
You are
another
probably
masked
confused.
man who comes out with a steel chair and then
Yep.
thwaps this man, Paul Heyman, in the back after taking his mask off and revealing that it is indeed Seth freaking fucking Rollins.
And and how symbolic is it that this was the same exact arena and the same exact spot where he did the same thing to Roman Reigns?
Is it really? I didn't put two and two together like that. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. I think the announcers actually said it, but I mean, I was thinking it. I just didn't know that they were in the same place till they said that. But yeah, he hits Rollins right in the back with the chair, and then as he struggles to get up, he hits a stomp on him. So, who was stomping who? Paul? Sorry?
So it's always funny to watch Paul Heyman get hurt. I'm gonna be honest.
Man's bleeding out of his mouth.
I was about to say he actually
Looking
bled a
wild.
bit. And then they immediately cut to him going into an ambulance, which I'm kind of just like, what the fuck? Man got stomped. He didn't like get murdered. Why
Yeah.
is he in an ambulance right now?
I don't know if you noticed this, but when the Vision was yelling at the EMT, it looked like he was doing CPR on Paul Heyman. He wasn't dead.
He's dying, bro.
Was
he
he?
got kicked and hit with a chair.
It's not that serious. Not that serious.
He's a walrus. He's not a fighter.
Yeah, but anyway, so they they get into the ambulance and then get back out, and Paul Heyman, or not Paul Heyman, Logan Paul just kind of like fucks off somewhere. I have no idea where he went. He just left, and then
And then I believe it's Jimmy comes out of the
Yeah,
car that they're about
Jimmy
to
Uso.
enter and attacks a Vision.
well, only Theory because Logan Paul left.
Fair.
I don't know
Sure.
where he went.
Tim.
And then we see the window of the ambulance roll down, and it's LA Knight, and he says, "Don't worry, he's gonna get the help he need." I don't know where LA Knight was taking him, but I know he wasn't taking him to the hospital. I know that much.
Right. I was like, okay, LA's just like in this fucking ambulance. They're like, yeah, let me just give the keys over to this random wrestler.
Maybe he threatened him with a BFT. I don't know. Logan Paul or
Just
LA
beats the
Knight's got
fuck out of
some
any
big
of them.
arms there. I don't know if I'd say no to him.
It's like, oh, only if you give me your autograph, though.
Yeah, that's a need. Then we come back into the arena where Gunther is coming down to the ring, and he's attacked by Dragon Lee.
Which I'm excited to see Gunther. It's been a while. I feel like I missed him. Even though it really hasn't. I'm just so used to him being on every single show.
Yeah, I mean, he keeps getting kicked out of the arenas for just being a complete dick. So
Right. He's there for 5 seconds, which is good for him. He gets a well-deserved break after holding the title for mad long.
fair enough. That is fair. And it's this is not weird to me at all either because, like, yes, while Dragon Lee's a face, he knows that I'm not beating this dude unless I kick his ass before I get into the ring.
And I know you hate this man, but I think that kind of proves my point about what I'm about to say. He's the only good heel on Raw.
I agree.
In the sense that he does his job to the point where you hate him.
Like I agree because you see a lot of heels and they
They're basically
like there's always going to
faces.
be there's people that always are going to cheer them or are going to get on their side during one point in a match. Nobody is on Gunther's side.
Not a person. After John Cena, no one. And then AJ, like, no
Yeah.
one will like this man for the rest of eternity. He's basically the
Like-
next Edge.
if there was any bridges that could have been burned, he already did that. He poured lighter fluid on it and then just threw a match. He
That's
did
what.
he did that.
And that's why I like him, because he's basically like Edge and Randy Orton combined. That's how much heat he has right now.
That is true. This match also had a lot of good spots. We
It
did
did. They
have
beat the fuck
Gunther.
out of each other, and it was
Yeah, we
very
did
back
have
and
Gunther.
forth.
It was Gunther was dominating Dragon Lee a lot, and Dragon Lee wasn't really getting any offense in there in the beginning. He
And
was kind
then
of he
he
had some
started coming
shots.
back towards the middle point, and he held his own for a little while after that, I'd say.
The two power bombs and then going for the pin and lifting his shoulders up like
Right.
no, we're not done yet. That was interesting,
He
but
power
it
bombed
also is
Dragon Lee through a fucking table too, not to mention.
yeah. I hit him on the apron and then on the table, the announcer table, and the referee reached a count of 8, and he was like, "Oh no, he's moving. I got to go back out there." Like Gunther, just leave well enough alone, man.
And then
It's not.
Dragon
It's not
Lee
that
hits
serious.
Dragon Lee
You already
also hits
won.
Operation Dragon on the outside to Gunther, which was pretty cool. Which basically means like he just ate a power bomb into a table and then was like, "Now let me hit you with my signature or finisher, whichever one that is."
Yep. Uh, yeah, he hit the Hurricane Run off the power bomb, and then that. The suicide dive too, where he sent Gunther onto the table, the announcer table. That was
Yep.
good. That was a good spot.
And we got
Uh,
Gunther basically cheating his way to victory by attempting to remove his mask while he has him in the sleeper hold.
I think he actually did get his mask off.
Yes, he did actually. And I don't know if
Yep.
we saw his face at all, but I'm sure if you wanted to go on the internet, you can find it.
Yeah. It looked like he had some like face paint on, so you couldn't really see it too much, and then they threw a towel over his head real quick. But
But I
he,
like
he
that they're
did keep
keeping the
the
luchador kayfabe alive at least,
yeah,
respecting
and then
Mexican tradition.
he kept the sleeper on for like several more seconds after the bell rung, just kind of being like, I'm big strong man.
Speaking of kayfabe, though, you know what pisses me off? Dirty ass Americans talking shit about wanting to keep kayfabe alive a little bit when everybody understands why we keep luchador masks on.
I mean,
That's dead
a lot
ass
of people
kayfabe.
a lot of people say that kayfabe died the night that Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Scott Hall, and Kevin Nash all hugged in the ring,
No,
and someone took a picture.
it dies the night that you stop pretending. I had this argument with a guy in a comment section because he was talking shit about people pretending that it's real and not arguing, but talking in the comment section because it was basically asking if so and so and so and so did a match, then what would happen or something like that, and people were treating it as if it was real, and it's like I literally had to say to him, bro, treating wrestling like it's real is half the fucking fun. We know it's not real, but what's the fun in watching a movie like an action movie and being like, hey, by the way, this isn't fucking real?
Exactly. Like when people say, "Oh, that's fake, right?" So is every piece of media on your television.
Right. And so when I debate it as if it's real, like, no duh, I know it's real, but it's called suspending my disbelief, my friend.
That's right. So next time someone says to you wrestling's fake, say, "Oh, so you don't watch TV, movies, play video, you don't do any of that stuff?
Reality
You
television
just
isn't fun to you?
right? You just go drive around your car all day and just look at nature? So that's what you're telling me that's what you do. So everything's fake. Everything on TV is fake.
Pretty much. But then we got the
Just
next match is going to be a OG Americano versus what's the guy's name? I don't know. That new guy that got revealed, the fucking Dracula guy.
Didn't we have the AJ Lee segment before that?
Oh yes, we did. We had the new Intercontinental Champion AJ Lee giving a little promo, thanking the WWE and basically saying, "I'm gonna take this fucking title shot seriously because I haven't held it in a very long time."
Yeah, she basically says next time she's in the ring, she'll be defending the championship. I believe there's a gauntlet next week, but I don't remember everybody that was in it. But as we go down the list here, you'll see more and more people got revealed that are going to be in it.
Right.
So yeah, OG El Grande tells Penta, "Hey, when you win tonight, I'm going to be first in line for an IC title match." And then Yeah, it's Rayo and Bravo. Rayo is red, Bravo is blue. Uh,
I would love to see Penta versus Americano. That's a fucking luchador match
that
right there.
that would be that it would very very much luchador and uh the fake El Grande or whatever you want to call him, the
The
newer
fr-
one, whatever.
the Fronde.
The Frande El Marcono. Uh, he says something about was it March or April 14th? I don't know what's happening that day. I didn't really catch that, but
When he
the
talks, I don't
OG El
listen. No, I'm
Grande,
just kidding.
yeah, the OG El Grande says I'm gonna go talk to Pierce and I'm gonna get one of you two in the ring tonight. And it turns out to be Rayo or Mayo, whatever I don't know, whatever you want to call him.
Potato.
Mhm. So this match was pretty good. It was very fast paced, as you expect, obviously, because
Right.
two little dudes. Well, not little, but you know. Um, the fake El Grande and
Fronde.
Bravo keep getting involved. Frande, yeah, I
He's
can
a,
remember calling that.
he's a Starbucks drink. He's a Fronde.
Frande Grande, the
Grande
Vente.
Americano.
I don't fucking know.
That's his
I don't
name.
know what the side.
We're gonna do Grande Americano, and then we're gonna do Fronde Americano.
So Frande, yeah, Frande. So Frande and Bravo keep getting involved, giving Rayo the advantage. And I don't know. I don't know if I
Mayo
spelled
and
his name
tomato.
right. I spelled it Rayo. I don't know if it's RE. I don't.
You at least knew his name.
Rayo or Rio. I don't know. I just know
I
that
was just
Bravo's
like
correct.
that red guy and that blue guy who chill with Frondo.
Chad Gable. No, not Chad Gable. Tyler Bate and uh, Pete Dunne. I believe is who they are.
P Dun's
I
in
don't know.
there? That's what happened to him. I was wondering why he disappeared from TV. He didn't. He's in that bullshit. Okay.
Yeah, I believe they're using them for that because they just had nobody else. Because the first time I saw them, I thought they were like totally new people, and then I'm like, nah, they wouldn't just hire just like these two randos. That wouldn't make much sense.
I was wondering, like, maybe they did NXT talent or some shit or whoever. There's a bunch of talent they can pull from. They have way too many people at this
Oh
point.
yeah. Oh yeah. Frande hits OG with a headbutt, and then Rayo hits a flying headbutt, but El Grande kicks out of the pin, and then Rayo tries to take his mask off, which, sir, if you're an actual luchador, you know that you just don't do these things.
But
I
he's a
get, I
heel,
get,
so.
I get what you're trying to do, but no.
I mean, he's a heel. That's probably why I'm doing it.
Yeah. So Frande tries to kick OG, and then OG tries to take his mask off, but Bravo says no, and kicks him in the face. And then OG reverses a back grapple, knocking Bravo off the apron, and hitting a German suplex in one fluid motion, and getting the pin.
Indeed. It was a very
Imagine,
good match. Just a lot of basically luchador
yeah,
style wrestling the entire way through, and it was very good. I'm liking the cruiserweight division. It's definitely living up to its name, and they're giving it decent booking for a change. That's one
bring
thing
back
you gotta
205
give.
Live.
Right, that's one thing you gotta give to Triple H. He's at least letting the little motherfuckers get some attention. He may not be pushing them to the moon, I can't say that, but he ain't. He's not disrespecting them like Vince did.
That is true. We get a backstage segment with the Judgment Day, and I feel like we've been waiting for this all night because, like, we kind of know that a Balor face turn is coming, and I'm gonna spoil it and say that we still didn't really get it. We kind of did, but we kind of didn't, which we'll get into when
Did at
his
least
match
get some
starts.
tension later on in the night as well.
Yeah. So we start off with Liv and Raquel, and Liv is telling Raquel that she should challenge AJ and win the IC title so that she can go into WrestleMania as a champion, because AJ Lee said in her promo that she's going to be a fighting champion, and next time she's in the ring, she's going to be defending it, which apparently is going to be before WrestleMania. So we'll see. And then Dom and JD and Balor were on the other side of the room, and he's like, I need you guys to help me retain.
Right. He was calling
And
them
Balor's
family and
like,
whatnot.
yeah, Balor's like, no, you said you were going to do it alone. And he's like, oh, yeah, I meant like come out with me and celebrate when I went. Fuck, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
And
But Finn
JD's
does
like
assure
super
him,
ready. He's like, I'm ready to help. I
yeah.
don't care.
JD is like, yeah, which is crazy because it was JD and Finn that were like the tight friends. They were,
But it also kind
but
of makes
Finn,
sense because like they would have helped each other, I would imagine, at that time, regardless.
yep. Finn says, of course we'll be out there to watch you win. So, you go do that. Oh, and our boy Rusev is back on TV this week.
Yeah,
Our
and
boy Rusev.
he just basically was like, stop this fucking show. And then Oma comes out and they just punch each other.
He called Oba out and said, or do you need to ask your daddy Adam Pierce for permission? And
Well, of
I mean,
course, Daddy, can I, of course you can, Oma.
so Oba comes out and does like a very long entrance with his little dance thing. You know what I'm talking about.
That
And he
shit is so
tells
stupid. I
Rusev,
don't know why people like it so much.
it goes with the song. You know how people are simple
It's
minded.
it's medium. Like, it's not great. It definitely could be better, but whatever.
Yeah, well, Oba tells him to stop talking and make something happen. And surprisingly, Rusev goes and gets right in the damn ring with no hesitation. He literally shrugs his
Rusev's a G.
shoulders, throws the microphone, and just goes, "Okay."
He's a BG, bro. He's a Bulgarian G.
Yeah, is that what they were called? Bulgarian
I'm
Brute, was that? Yeah, that's what it was, right?
calling him a BG, Bulgarian gangster.
I mean, to step up to somebody like him, I would say so. They're face to face, and they start trading blows basically right away. Femi gets the upper hand, but Rusev fights back with a kick. Is slammed down and then clothesline outside the ring, and he just starts losing his mind and yelling, and he's just pissed.
Right.
But I mean, what'd you expect, Rusev? I want to know. Then we get a backstage segment with Lyra and Bailey, and I gotta tell you, I didn't even know these guys were still friends.
Right. I low-key, like, only half paid attention to this because I'm like, bro, y'all are still fucking friends. They're continuing this, like, mentally challenged version of Bailey with Lyra.
So I'll tell you what happened then if you didn't pay much attention.
I was like, why are
Lyra
they
tell
talking still?
so Lyra is still like thing as the new girl, even though she's been there a while and was Intercontinental Champion for like over a year.
Yeah, she's been in the NXT
But
too for a minute.
she tells Bailey, "I'm not gonna let you miss WrestleMania. Go fight AJ and talk to Pierce to get your match." And Bailey says, "I cost you a shot before, so you come with me." And as they go to open Adam Pierce's door, Io walks out, and she kind of looks sad.
Yes, she does.
But if you notice now, there's Raquel, there's Lyra, there's Bailey, and there's Io. So, setting up something. AJ never said when she was going to be back in the ring.
Right.
I don't know. It's going to be before WrestleMania. I know that. But, there's like 6 weeks until WrestleMania. So, I don't know when this match is going to happen or who it's going to be. Because, like I said, I know there's some kind of gauntlet match, but I don't remember. I mean, I guess that would be everybody that would be in there, right? Those four? Or was it five? Was it 5 people? Oscar's probably in it too. I don't know. Anyway, it's time for Jimmy Uso and Austin Theory because they had a match set up after he conked his noggin on the ambulance. He did hit him. Yeah, he hit him on the ambulance. This match was really, really short. It didn't
Didn't it basically
I
end
get
in DQ or something like that?
yeah, ended in DQ because when Jimmy cleared off the commentary table and put Theory on it, Paul came in the ring, so he jumped on Paul, but then when Theory came back in, they just both started attacking him. So that ended DQ because I mean I don't know. Maybe they were just that angry about Paul Heyman and the Masked Men. I don't know. But Jimmy didn't have anything to do with the Masked Men.
Speaking of the Masked Men, I was wondering if like any of those Masked Men are going to be a new faction with not CM Punk, with Seth Rollins, or if he's just using it as like a troll to be like, "Ha, you got me fucked up with the Masked Men, and now I'm trolling you with the Masked Men."
Yeah, like I wonder if they were all just like a bunch of like stage like hands, like if they were just like extra guys or something,
I think they are for
or
right now,
people.
maybe, but like I wonder if at
Yeah,
some point they're gonna actually be people.
imagine if he has them on masks and it's just like a bunch of like NXT people that he just called up that he just like wants to work
Nah,
with.
one of them's Chris Jericho. Finally, giving the fans what
Yeah.
they fucking want. Nah, that's never happening. And the fans are never getting Chris Jericho. They need to let him
No,
go. He's not
because
coming back.
Tony Khan is going to keep extending that contract until Jericho shows up and works the extra 3 months he has left.
And Jericho's a petty cunt,
He's-
and he
Yeah,
won't do it.
he's on tour. I think right now he's not even gonna. Yeah,
You're
he
at
ain't worried about it.
minimum. You're at the very least waiting until he's done with his tour.
Yeah, at the very least. And then, like I said, Tony Khan still might tack on the extra 3 months he has left and be like, "You ain't going nowhere," because he knows if Jericho goes to WWE, he's cooked. I mean, he's already kind of cooked, but
Yep.
yeah.
Exactly.
So he knows that that's just the nail in the coffin. Anyway, they both start attacking him, and then Jay's music hit. Oh, and before we get there, that music that Jimmy Uso had, I'm pretty sure was the same music from his heel run back in like 2014.
They're like,
Or no,
what do
not
we do?
2014, 2024. I'm sorry, not 2014.
They're like, what do we do with him?
So, I mean, at least he didn't come out to Jay's music, I guess.
It's me, Oos. Day one ish. Where's my day one ish?
So, as the Vision are looking at the ramp, Jay comes from in the crowd and passes Jimmy a crutch, and the Usos just go to town, even hitting a 1D. And Jay looked fine. I, I don't know why he was out of the chamber. I mean, he looked fine.
I was literally thinking that when I was watching it. I'm like, oh, so they literally just sent this man away just because people were that upset about it. But hey,
That's literally what they did.
at least these pussy ass fans online who complain constantly can accept the fact that clearly Triple H is trying his best to listen. So maybe give him some time. He's literally new. He's been doing it for how many years? Maybe 5 at the most, I think now.
He tried to build somebody up that was a mid carder, and you guys rejected it because he was a mid carder. So he took him out of the match
How
because
many years ago
there
did
was
Vince
like,
fucking get taken out?
oh, and he like officially stopped. I think it was. Yeah, I think you're pretty spot on. It was around the 2020 year. So you're probably pretty like 5 years. Yeah, I'd say.
But yeah,
But
no, you try
you're
to
right.
take a mid
He's
Carter out like you said.
But you're right. He's trying. He took him out of the match because he saw that people on YouTube were very disappointed because it got like the video of him winning got like 27,000 dislikes. So he took him out of the match, and you guys are still mad because now he's back.
It's like we constantly say. I feel like this channel is literally a documentary on how WWE fans will never, ever be okay on the internet. That's why I think Triple H, what he's doing, and I respect him for it, he's going by the crowds. Are the crowds excited about the matches? Are they enjoying the matches? Then that's all that really fucking matters. Because at the end of the day, the only people talking online in comment sections are fucking weirdos most of the time who just argue for the sake of arguing and bitch for the sake of bitching.
You're not wrong, and it's like if you don't like the content, is someone holding a gun to your head and saying, "Watch this"?
No.
I don't think so. I really don't. And if they
They
are,
keep
well,
watching.
get yourself out of that. Get yourself out of that relationship because it's toxic. Toxic.
Toxic.
It's
Kit Williams.
toxic.
Kit Williams is growing on me. He's a fucking like tard, but he's like Santino level.
So is Don Husen, who showed up to talk to Adam Pierce and read off some demands that he gave to him and said, "Oh, those fell in the toilet. That's why the paper was wet."
Oh yeah,
Um,
and then he bumps
le-
into the Judgment Day, doesn't he? After that.
yeah. So I never watched AEW, but I guess he was like the comic relief character because I guess every company has to have a R-Truth.
Oh, I
So this is
forgot.
our.
People were saying that his reveal was like another reveal. That fucking chicken and the egg. What was it called? The gobbledygook.
Oh, yeah, the gobbledygookter from like WrestleMania back in like the 80s or something, the 80s or
And
90s or something.
bro, history definitely repeated itself. That's the perfect fucking example of what he was.
People like cheered a little bit when he first came out,
Because they
and
were
then
just
they just started
confused.
booing him. Yeah,
They were like, oh yeah, person. Wait a minute, I don't know who the fuck this guy is. I don't watch trash ass AEW.
like I guess they wanted to sign him last year, but I guess he had some like contract issue with AEW, so they couldn't sign him.
This just goes to show that like we're right for saying the AEW is trash. Maybe it's not half bad, but the average fan doesn't give a fuck about AEW, and the casual fan certainly doesn't give a fuck about AEW.
I guess I'm what you'd call a WWE fanboy because I don't really watch any other promotions. But the thing is, I'm aware of superstars or wrestlers because they're whatever that are big. I was never aware of who the hell this was.
I'm a semi-indie guy. Like I can't say I'm fully indie, right? I don't watch it like that, but I watched a lot of TNA growing up. Like I'm not opposed to other brands, right? I'm totally okay with
Mm,
watching another WWE or not WWE. Let me rephrase that. I'm totally open to watching any type of wrestling, any brand that has good storylines, good matches, good spots, fucking things that make sense. I'm down to watch it.
like
TNA,
you'd watch like Ring of Honor or what is that other one? WoW Women's of Wrestling.
anything that has good shit.
Um,
Like I
yeah,
grew up watching fucking TNA when Sting and or not Sting when Samoa Joe and AJ Styles and all that shit was still there. Like and
I think Sting was still there because
he came
he
in
just
shortly
retired.
after that stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
And then Jeff Hardy went in and stuff, but like I was watching even before that. But I watched it through its heyday and towards the what people consider not so good day when Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff came in. But I don't even think that was decent. Like I don't think that was the worst. So that even should show that I'm open to things that maybe people consider are poop. But like
People didn't like it because they changed the ring to four side instead of six. That was the problem.
I agree. That's what made TNA. I agree that that was a stupid decision.
Well, it's Hulk Hogan for you. He wanted to make it feel like his old home.
But AW is no TNA. I'm sorry. Maybe when
I
Cody was there, I'll give you that.
mhm.
But it fell off once he left. I don't care what anybody says.
I've said it. I'll say it again. AEW is WCW. They
Yep.
just use old WWE guys with a little bit of their own talent, and
Hmm.
they just run with it.
They're
And Tony
WCW
Khan,
3.0 technically, because
yeah,
TNA was WCW 2.0.
that's right. And they actually found their own way and don't have to use. I mean, I'm sure they still have some guys that used to be in WWE, but it's not like AEW is. Like AEW is literally the foundation of guys that used to be in WWE. Brian Danielson, John Moxley, Sting when he was there, freaking Edge, Christian. Like those are all guys that got established in WWE, WWF, and they just like were like, hey, we're gonna sign them because people know who you are, and that's the only way we can get our promotion over.
But off the side rant of AW, we always fucking get heated about them.
Yeah, so
Basically,
you're right.
what's his face curses Dominic Mysterio, and then they cut to him having his match with Penta.
Yeah, he like disappears after that too. Like
Right,
Don
just
Husen kind of
vanishes.
disappears.
I'm okay with him
Um,
so far because of that. Loki, that made him slightly more interesting. So I'm like, all right, we'll see.
yeah, and that's what I was talking about with the Rhea thing. She has an interview and thanks EO for being her friend and says, it sucks we lost our tag titles, but this is what I was talking about with the brand split. So Rhea Ripley is now going to SmackDown. They actually reference that she's going to a different show.
Mm-hmm.
So for all you people saying, "Oh, the brand split is stupid and it doesn't exist," watch this episode. And plus, like I said, when's the last time you saw a Raw or SmackDown superstar show up on a different show that didn't involve the women's tag team titles because those are defended on both shows? You haven't.
I get why fans are jaded towards it though, because like they don't stick with it, and that's why I don't like it either to a degree. If they could just stick with it for a long time like they used to, I'd be more with it.
The only reason I don't like it right now is because there's no draft, so nothing's ever getting changed. It just kind of seems like they're doing like trades behind the scene,
Yeah.
but aren't like, they're not like giving us anything. Like
They're
when
pussyfooting
they did
around
the
with it. They're like half-assing it.
yeah, you're right. They do. The last time it was good was when Shane and Stephanie were there and they were like the commissioners and they did like that whole draft thing and
Right.
I don't know what happened after that. I guess the kids left and Vince was like, I don't know what to do now. And, I don't know. I just read the story. So Rhea says she's going to SmackDown on Friday and is going to be face to face with Jade Cargill and is going to leave WrestleMania as women's champion. So we got WWE title match on SmackDown, Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre, and now we got Rhea going face to face with Jade Cargill as well. So the build up to WrestleMania is actually pretty fire this year. I actually
Yeah, I've seen
like.
a lot of videos complaining that nobody gives a fuck about WrestleMania this year. That's why Triple H sucks. But I'm like, you guys, I don't know about you, but I feel like WrestleMania season doesn't start until after Elimination Chamber and Royal Rumble.
Yeah, like they say like it starts the road to WrestleMania like after the Royal Rumble, which I
And
agree
then some
with. And
people
then
I
yeah, you're right.
think it starts at like
Yeah.
SummerSlam almost like, but like
Eh.
yeah, I don't know. Well, like either way, I don't think it fully starts till after Elimination Chamber. Like it starts technically yes at Royal Rumble, but that's the start. Y'all are talking
Yeah.
about expecting the climax to be at the start. It's supposed to be a curve, like a hill. You're supposed to be like, all right, we're revving up, we're revving up, we're revving up. Oh, we're revving up, we're revving up, and then bam,
And
WrestleMania.
you guys do realize that the person that wins the Royal Rumble sets up for who they choose to fight at WrestleMania, right?
Mm.
It's supposed to be a long road to get there. That's the whole point.
Right. If
That
everything
like,
happened at Royal Rumble, what's the fucking point of watching Elimination Chamber?
you outlast 30 other men or women to get to WrestleMania. That's everybody wants to be in WrestleMania.
I will say
That's
though,
the whole point of the Royal Rumble.
fair. I will say though, um, the fact that you don't lose your championship in the Elimination Chamber has made the road to WrestleMania feel less cool. Only because there's not that like mix up of who's going to be champion. Is it going to be the same one that's been the one on the way to WrestleMania, or is it going to be a new one?
See, and that there lies the problem with the brand split because now it's like, okay, let's take Roman Reigns won the Royal Rumble and immediately chose CM Punk. Okay, so that's Raw handled, but now who's going to challenge the WWE champion? So they
Yes.
use the chamber to decide that,
Yeah.
but now there's no gravity of okay, the title's on the line. It's just like okay, now this is for a title match.
Well, that's why I liked it before because you didn't know who was going to be challenging who all the way until Elimination Chamber because the
Yeah,
titles weren't even settled then. So the guy who won Rumble would usually hold off on picking until after Elimination Chamber most of the time. And then you would potentially have a whole nother storyline for whoever didn't get picked. You know what I mean?
And it's fine to do it like the way they're doing it, but they threw way too many mid carders into it this year. Like, did any of us really think Trick Williams, Javon Evans,
Of
Kiana
course.
James, did we really think that they were going to win those chamber matches
Yeah, of course. No, I'm just kidding.
with the amount of talent that was in there?
To be fair, everything in WWE is more or less predictable now. Other than like this year was semi decent because I didn't expect Brandy to win. I totally expected Rhea to win, but people made a good point that
Yeah,
Tiffany was the expected winner, and I was like, really? I thought the moment Rhea entered
yeah.
the Elimination Chamber that she was the expected winner because Rhea Ripley always fucking wins at anything she's in.
It was a toss up. I feel like a lot of people did think Rhea, but a lot of people also thought Tiffany. But I don't think. I mean, people wanted Randy, but I don't think anybody actually thought he was gonna win. I
I
think everybody was like, "Oh, it's
did.
gonna be
I didn't think
Cody,"
he was
and
gonna win at all, and
same
I even said
shit.
that.
Yeah,
But I wanted
gonna
him
be
to
the
win,
same thing
and he
every year.
did.
Yeah, but
Fucking let's go. If they don't give this motherfucker a goddamn championship, I will punch Triple H in the fucking nuts myself.
speaking of championships, it was time for Penta and Dirty Dom for the Intercontinental Championship. And just
I
like the
got my
last
boy
match,
Penta
this
out here looking and fly in that all black outfit.
this match was fiery and fast paced right out the gate.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a move that Dirty Dom named, and you guys remember like the Edge-O-Matic where he'd slam them and like hook the leg? Yeah, well now we have the Mustache-O-Matic.
I fucking can't. I
That
forgot. Yeah, that's what they called it.
that is what Dominic Mysterio named his version of the Edge-O-Matic is the Mustache-O-Matic, and I am not about it.
I love and hate Dom so much. I love to hate him. That's really what it is.
Yeah. There was a lot of high flying and cool jumps. There was that one where Dom kind of like jumped like over the top rope to the outside. Uh, then we had the flying clothesline from Dom into the Timekeepers area. But you know, the Judgment Day they were out there. They were kind of just like chilling and
Yeah.
like computer triggers, just reacting the whole time. I
Just
didn't
kind of
really do a
chilling,
whole lot.
vibing, watching. Like he said, he was just there to celebrate.
Yep. Dom hit the 619 on Penta, but Penta caught him on the splash, and I hit a Penta driver, but Dom kicked out. And I was shocked because he hit him with the what the hell is that move that he does when he I don't remember the name of it, but when he does like the pullback to the arm and then he immediately hit him with the Penta driver, and normally that would be it, that would end it, but Dom was not having it.
Yeah, Dom showed himself pretty decent in this match.
Uh, then
Definitely
the
improved.
one point where he asked JD to go get the hammer, like for the ring bell.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and they're saying this has
Uh,
become vintage Dom because he's done it a few times now.
yeah, yeah. And then Finn grabs it from JD and said, "Nope, Dom said he's gonna do it himself, so we're gonna let him."
Yep, that is
And
true.
JD's like,
Holding him to his
JD
shit.
is JD is flipping out. He's like, "Oh no, he said he wanted the hammer. Let's give him the hammer. He wants the hammer." And Finn's like, "No, dude, he's gonna do it himself."
Right, I'm surprised they didn't do a segment for this later on in the night.
Yeah, they didn't really. Well, I mean, I guess the last spot was reserved for Roman Reigns, but
You know, the tribal
Penta
queef.
Penta decides to take out the Judgment Day by jumping over the top rope, which I'm not really sure why. Wasn't really necessary. You could have just let them argue amongst themselves.
Right.
Um, and then Penta hit a Mexican Destroyer, and Penta is your new Intercontinental Champion.
Which I'm so happy about because this man deserved a championship by now. Like, he's been chilling in the mid card waiting for this shit. And like I've been saying this, people didn't have any faith when he first came in. They're like, "Oh, they
Nope.
immediately ruined him." Blah 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 blah. I'm like, bro, he's just not had a title because there was way too many people in the fucking title picture at the time, and they had to wait. They had to time it perfectly, and now you have your new Intercontinental Champion.
I know he doesn't speak English that well, but
Nah,
did
he
you
did pretty
know?
good. And he does
I
both.
know.
He does the Spanish and the English. He's like Stephanie Vaquer.
That's true. He has been better, but his first night on Raw, I actually read as a fun fact that his first night on Raw, he had more time, like a more time of a speaking role in that one night than he did in his whole tenure in AEW.
Oh, I can't.
And I think he grabbed the mic and said like 5 words.
He became Nakamura.
No speaky the English. That's what you're talking about, right? When you turn heel.
Bro just doesn't speak most of the time in English, like at least for the first half of his career.
Yeah, and then when he started cutting all of his promos in Japanese, and they were like, "Hey, we have subtitles, guys. Did you see it? Did you see it?"
This is what I keep saying. It's not to be like
Mhm.
discriminatory or racist or whatever the fuck. It's the fact of the matter is, if you don't speak English in an English speaking country, you're going to be held back. Not because people who don't like you, but because we just simply can't like you. We don't know what the fuck you're saying.
Well, I mean, that's why they're teaching English in schools everywhere now because it's so strongly used everywhere in the world that you have to learn it now, no matter where you're from.
And like
It's pretty
obviously
cool.
there's the judgment of like, why don't Americans learn multiple languages? I'm like, hey, touche. Maybe we should, but we don't. And that's the reality. Like it isn't a matter of like I
Yeah,
don't like you or we don't like whatever anything like that. It's just like
you.
it's
I mean, you could.
it's not a curriculum that's forced. If like we did have
No,
that per se, then maybe we would all, but we don't.
maybe we should all have to speak Spanish because it's the second language here. But like you said, it wasn't forced, so we don't have to. It's life. Sorry.
And it's now legally the primary language of the state, or I mean the country. So
Yeah, it's what second primary now.
no, I'm saying
Spanish.
English is the
Oh,
literally
English. Yeah,
legally
yeah, yeah.
the primary language of America now.
But I think when we got Puerto Rico as a territory, I think they were like, "Hey, Spanish is also here too." So,
I fucking
yeah.
can't.
Roman Reigns comes down to the ring. Finally, I thought it was past his bedtime. I thought he was going to kick off the show, but he didn't because Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns like to do their matches first when they're
He
more on
wanted to
pay-per-views.
chill in the
Because
back and have Adam Pearce lick his butthole a little bit before he went out.
I wouldn't be surprised if he told him to. Roman Reigns tells the crowd to acknowledge him, and CM
And
Punk immediately comes out with a smile on his face. I love it.
I
I
love
already love
CM
it.
Punk.
This is already
Finally, he's
good.
coming out to give receipts to this fucking bitch Roman Reigns.
It's already great. It was already great. CM Punk tells them, "Hey, it's good. They were talking about some tweet. I don't have Twitter or whatever the hell it's called. I don't care.
I don't X.
Uh, CM Punk tells them, It's good. I got these bags under my eyes because I got to carry your bullshit all the way to WrestleMania. Fair. That's fair because he's gonna have to because Roman Reigns isn't gonna show up for the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, he's gonna. And what? Meanwhile, Punk is there again every single fucking Monday, maybe sometimes even Friday.
Yep, that's right. And then we get another Shield drop where CM Punk says, "This is where the Shield debut. I brought you to this dance. I brought you here."
Yep.
And Roman says, "You brought the other two guys, not me." Roman, why are you so fucking selfish? No. The other guys carried themselves. They're better than you. It's not a question. I don't know. Am I being
I
too
feel like
harsh?
there's. I feel like there's more bangers with Seth Rollins. I don't. That's why I don't. Bro, the way that people feel about Roman is the way they should feel about Seth Rollins. I don't understand. It's because people realistically like what they're told to like.
Roman held the title for a historic amount of time, and people were like, no matter how he did it, and people were like, this guy's got something going. This
Well,
guy.
yeah. Let's look at how many times he defended that title compared to how many times Punk defended his in just that one year that he held it.
I'm pretty sure they laid up a statistic, and I'm pretty sure Punk has already defended it more in his short time as champion. Well, short than Roman Reigns did his whole tenure as champion, which was like over 1,000 days, almost 2,000 days.
So Punk defended
So
it approximately 149 times in 439 days. Let's see what Roman. How many times?
I mean, Roman didn't defend the title a lot. Like he started off every week and then slowly was like, "Hey, I'm just gonna do like once a month now, if I feel like it.
Bruh.
Otherwise, you won't see me."
He
What's the
defended it approximately 30 times. Officially confirmed, CM Punk is better than Roman Reigns. Suck a dick, Roman Reigns fans. Sorry. But not really.
respectfully though?
Not
Respectfully.
even, though. Not for me. Maybe from him. He might be saying respectfully. He's redeeming it, but, like, actually go jump off a fucking butthole because fuck you.
Yeah, I like Roman Reigns was a heel during the whole tribal chief gimmick, right? We're taught to hate heels, whatever. I did, and I didn't like it. I didn't like him. The Sami Zayn stuff was cool. That's it.
If bro, I could have contact with CM Punk in some way, just one time, so that I could be like, bro, bring this up in your next promo debate with Reigns before the WrestleMania. She'd be like, bro, I defended it quite literally, almost 100 times more than you defended your title.
Damn, that just like digs at him, and he would just be like, "Yeah, well, I work in so many days, champion stuff
Like I
thing."
say, anyone can reach 1,000 days if they don't defend their title ever.
Jade Cargill, she's already at like 100 and something. She's defended it once.
Roman Reigns the fucking bitch.
Yeah, I would agree. So this is the point where CM Punk says he's under his skin and he's in his head and he sees right through you. And he's like, "You say you hate me, and that's fine." Roman says, "I do hate you, but if you didn't have that title, I wouldn't care." So Roman's not here for us. He's here for the belt.
I mean,
Confirmed.
yeah. Roman Reigns is a piece of shit. Confirmed. We've been known this.
Yeah, it's not even a question anymore as much as it's like Roman is just here for the title and then he's just gonna dip.
Yeah. Yeah, he's the Brock Lesnar, but worse because at least we knew Brock Lesnar never gave a shit.
Like at this next part where Roman says, "Oh, we didn't bring you back to be champion, Phil." Then why is he champion?
He keeps calling him Phil too, as if that's supposed to be like some major fucking insult.
Yeah, I would notice that. I'm like, why are you like? Are you? I don't understand. Why are you?
What is
Why
Roman
are
Reigns'
you
real
like
name?
Joe?
All right, Joey.
Right? Like, all right, Joe, I'm watching you.
Joey Bob.
Rowan says that everyone in the locker room can't wait to tell him about how CM Punk is bitching and moaning. And that's a little confusing to me because Roman, they don't know when the hell you're showing up.
Completely off
And when,
topic. Joey versus Phil. I'm just saying, Joey's kind of a bitch name compared to Phil. But continue.
so how are they complaining to you and can't wait to tell you about him bitching and moaning if they don't know when you're going to be there?
I mean, when do we ever know when this motherfucker's gonna be there unless they directly like spam our feed with it?
That's what I'm saying. They're like, look at the graphic. Roman's going to be our next week. Let's write our notes about how CM Punk was bitching and moaning this last week.
Right.
What? So Roman tells him, "That's why you're not fit to be champion because you're just a punk ass bitch to me." Which I appreciate the language in this segment. because it's fun and
Mm,
whatever.
right.
But at the same time, why are we using profanity to insult each other as adults? And why does Roman Reigns feel the need to call everybody that he's done a promo with a punk ass bitch as if that's all he
Well,
knows how to say?
it is. We're expecting this guy who used Paul Heyman for his entire like major portion of his career to speak for him.
When Roman Reigns got choked up in his promo with John Cena, and John Cena went off script and told him it's a promo. You're gonna have to learn how to do it. And if you want to be the big dog, you got to know how to do it. And he's like, "Shut up, John." Like, dude, seriously, you embarrass yourself on live TV. And I don't care if you want to say that's a long time ago. It's one of those things that sticks. You never forget that. You're never gonna forget that. And him calling people a punk ass bitch is his way of saying, "I swear," because I can't cut a promo.
Right.
It's not how it is. I'm sorry, not sorry. He tells him he's gonna send him on a John Cena style retirement tour. Then he's gonna send him down to NXT to teach the next generation. There you go again. You're dropping names like John Cena now because you can't cut a fucking promo. I don't care. It's like making like a YouTube video with bad clickbait, like saying, "Hey, PewDiePie robbed my house."
Right.
Like it's like no, you like at that point you're just a bad creator. It's like you know what I mean. Like you're using names or something you think people at home want to hear because you don't know how to cut it. Because like you said, you had Paul Heyman, like one of the best talkers in the business, there for you for so long. You just lost your way of how to do promos. And you're not going to wrestle a match because you're Roman Reigns. You don't have to wrestle on Raw. You wait till WrestleMania.
Another thing I liked that happened was Roman Reigns, after saying all that to him, tried to walk away on Punk like a little punk bitch. But Punk pulls him back and says, "Who the fuck are you walking the fuck away from? I ain't done with you, bitch." Basically, he didn't say that literally. I'm ad-libbing a little bit. But, like, more or less, he said, "You pussy, why are you walking away from me?"
Hey, he's basically like, no, you just said a whole bunch of shit. Now you got to listen to what I got to say.
Mm-hmm. And he basically throws him the fact that, hey, you don't got nobody behind you. You're talking about we. Who's we? I don't see anybody around here. You got any pocket fucking gremlin Samoans or whatever he said to him? And then he's
Oh
like,
man,
"The last time I checked, I took your wise man. You don't got your
yep.
family behind you, and I'm the reason why you don't got your wise man behind you either now."
And he said, "Yeah, I'm backstage. I'm hanging out with your cousins. We are having a good time." He's like, "But there's no one left to help you, and you're chasing me because I'm the main event and I'm the champion. You can't get a damn thing done by yourself."
I wonder if that's a secret hint at the fact that there might be, what do you call it? Um, what are they called? The reunion of the bloodline. That like maybe his cousins will come out, because we did see them recently help him, didn't we?
Yeah, and you know what? I liked it so much better back in the day when it was just the Usos and Roman Reigns just pouring dog food on King Corbin. I don't care if you don't like the big dog gimmick. That shit was fun. And the bloodline became such a big thing when they added all these other people. They added Solo Sokoa, they added Sami Zayn, they added Paul Heyman, blah blah blah. They split. Freaking Solo recruited all these other Samoans. Blah blah blah. It's just the same thing. I don't want to see. See, the bloodline is one of those stories that can never be done again. It was done so good the first time that if they tried to do it again, not only would people reject it, there's nothing more that they could do to make it as good as it was.
Well, you want to know why I know that Paul Heyman carried the bloodline? Because the bloodline is currently still happening with Solo Sokoa, and it's terrible because basically Solo Sokoa has the same level of mic skills that Roman Reigns has, but he doesn't have
Yep.
Paul Heyman.
But and also the thing with that is that they're using the whole faction. They're not just using like Solo's not like a main guy who's like already has a title. There's not a set tag team that held those titles, and then there's just like the other guys that are off doing their own thing. They don't have that. They're a faction. They're always together.
Right.
So I feel like that kind of breaks it up a little bit and doesn't make it as good. But like you said, definitely the promos are and I feel like that's why they do the promos backstage because hey, we can move the camera angle around and make it more dramatic rather than if he just came in the ring and was speaking.
Right.
Which is fine. I appreciate the Uncle Howdy with the creepy background and him with the camera angles with the blazer on. Like I appreciate it, and it does make it more interesting and more fun. But like you said, it's just the Bloodline 2.0, and it's not good. But getting to the end of the promo here, CM Punk says, "You can hate me all you want, but you're not gonna disrespect me because I'm not gonna beat you at WrestleMania. I'm gonna bury you, but you won't be alone no more because I'm gonna bury you next to your father."
Which I was like, damn, homeboy is fucking calling out his father. Roman looked fucking genuinely pissed. Like, I don't know if that was real or not, but it looked semi-real. Yeah, maybe he's a good actor, but
Maybe.
bro looked kind of pissed. I'm not gonna lie.
I, well, this sets up a dig for Larry next week, so just bear that in mind. I'm talking about his dog, in case you didn't know who Larry was.
What, CM Punk's dog?
Yeah, his dog that recently passed away. Now that he talked about his dead dad, that opens up the door for Roman to take a dig at Larry now.
Maybe. That's fair.
Yeah, it is. It did, one dead being for another, I guess.
Right, exactly.
So, uh, yeah, definitely best Raw in quite some time. And like I said, this build up to WrestleMania has been very, very good. And I've actually heard a lot of people praising it rather than hating on it. But you know how people flop. What would you give the rating for SmackDown tonight?
I'm giving this one like an 8.5. This one, or maybe even a 9. This one's damn near perfect.
Yeah, nine's definitely a good rating. We had a title change. We had some definitely
There
like
wasn't a
they're
boring
setting
moment.
yeah they're setting up for WrestleMania, but they're not rushing it. Like WrestleMania is that big event, but it's something you have to wait for. Yeah,
Right.
and I kind of like what they're doing, but I know they're doing it like a cash grab to get people to get ESPN, like doing the first hour on ESPN TV, which is it's funny, but
I
they're
mean,
gonna do
they
what they
could
want to do.
do the cash grabs all they want. They forced me to illegally stream their shit now, so that's their own fault. If they just had the WWE network for like 10, even $12, I would pay for that shit.
WWE Network for $9.99.
Right.
Remember when that was a thing?
I'm even bumping it up to fucking $12, and I'd still pay for that shit. But no, now they want me to pay like fucking 100 something dollars for the ESPN package or whatever. I'm good.
The only reason I have it is because I have the bundle, which also gives me Disney Plus and Hulu.
Fair enough.
So,
If it makes sense for
but
you, it makes sense for you. It just doesn't make
yeah,
sense for me.
I mean, it's not gonna make sense for everybody, but I feel like just buying the ESPN alone isn't worth it. But like
Right,
you said,
right. Like
to each
that's the
their own.
thing. Like if you're only buying it for WWE, it doesn't make sense. I feel like, which is
Yeah,
what I'd be
which
buying
is
it for. But you want to watch
exactly.
some Disney Plus, you want to watch some this, you want to watch some that, and that makes sense.
They canceled so many shows, man, and they're only available on Hulu.
Right, right,
And
right.
this was the best option, because everybody in my house uses it, and sometimes I have kids here for Disney, and whatever, whatnot. So it does make sense for me, but
And do
I
you have other
get,
people helping you pay for it, or is it just you pay for it?
yeah, I have it split with the other person that uses it. So
Then that's even more reason. Like
yeah,
that makes way more sense. Me, I'd be paying for it
me
all
and
by myself.
my me and my mom actually go half on it. So because
Yeah.
my mom's been watching wrestling like since I heard the glass break on April 6th back in, well, I'm not gonna say what year I was born, but back way back when, and I heard the glass break, and I said I'm getting the hell out of here. I was born during Monday Night Raw. I was born at 9:20 something, and
I can't.
it was on a Monday.
I'm pretty sure I
But
was born on a
yeah,
Tuesday.
oh damn. So you were, I mean, you could have been born during ECW. Who
Damn.
knows?
That's why I'm so hardcore, man. That's why
Yeah.
like I would always be the one getting power bombed.
Hey, listen. If that's why you're filthy because you saw those exposés from Layla and everything, I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad at all. ECW used to be that shit back in the day. They had beer and Singapore canes, and Tommy Dreamer, who didn't know how to stop himself from bleeding, and Sabu, who used to super glue his wounds back together to close them. I don't know.
That's how you do it. Super glue and duct tape.
That's right. You gotta do what you gotta do. That's all. But definitely, like I said, very very solid Raw. If you've been like kind of suspect about watching it, because you didn't know, this is definitely one to restart with. Especially now that we're in WrestleMania season, you already know it's a lot better than it was before because it's WrestleMania. We don't me and Filthy, we don't give out the nines a lot. I don't think we get on nine yet.
No.
I don't even think we gave an 8 yet.
Right. I don't think so.
So, we're not too harsh on the product, but we're also pretty harsh on it because while it has been better and it has been getting to where it needs to be, like like you were talking about, because Triple H is listening to fans. I guess it's not where some people want it to be quite yet, but we'll get there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know their criteria. It's so weird, like how people judge like events. I feel like everybody's so jaded.
Uh, I don't. It's hard to figure out because so many people want to look at the whole product instead of just it the way it's supposed to be looked at. Because when you look at wrestling, every single match is a different story. So you look at a TV show, you're looking at a story, yeah, an overall story, yes, but what's the story within that half hour / hour? This is multiple stories in just a 2 3 hour gap.
Right.
That's not easy to write.
But I guess these are also the people who complain about having two WrestleManias, which is kind of wild.
I like the 2 night WrestleMania.
More
I
wrestling
like
is
the
always better. I don't know why people will complain about it.
I like the 2 night SummerSlam. I believe that they could probably make Royal Rumble into a 2 night thing and just have a Royal Rumble main event that night. I mean, I can see why they're not doing it because you don't want to have too many 2 night events because people are going to get annoyed. But with something like WrestleMania or SummerSlam, it makes so much sense.
I don't get why
And
they're getting
I
annoyed though, because it's like we
yeah,
have way
and
too much talent apparently,
right?
right? And so we're gonna make it double so that we can address that and make sure everybody gets attention.
You guys sit there and bitch that there's only 4 matches per live event. WrestleMania starts at 6 and there's 2 nights. That's like 6 matches a night. But you're still gonna find something to complain about, aren't you?
Yep. But
Because
it is what it is.
the wrong match is main eventing, or this person shouldn't be on this spot in the card. Who cares? It's wrestling. That's what I say. But yeah, I'm sorry, I went on a tangent there.
It happens. But That'll be it for this one, you guys. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe, and then let us know what you think in the comment section. And we will see you in the next one. Peace.
Peace out, deuces.